Hello, my name is Brandon Berger. I'm an up-and-coming network engineer here at Wayne State College in Wayne, Nebraska. In today's speech, I will be going over how to build wealth. Who here wants to be wealthy? Seems like just about everyone. So, did you know that 8.8% of Americans are millionaires? In fact, globally, the United States of America makes up 35% of all millionaires. Talk about opportunities. To build wealth, we're going to be talking about the three most common ways of doing so. So we have entrepreneurship, we have stocks, and we have real estate. With these strategies, you too can become rich. First off, we have entrepreneurship, owning a business. Owning a business is hard. In fact, music from the Congressional Budget Office in 2020 said that half of all businesses fail within the first 5 years. Why is this the case? Why are so many people failing? Well, to become a business owner, you need three things. You need a large amount of capital, you need a good understanding of economic theory, and you need to invest substantial portions of your time. Now, with these three things, there are 4 different market types you can go into to sell your product. There is a perfectly competitive market, there's a monopolistically competitive market, there's an oligopolistic, and a monopolistic. We'll only be talking about the first two because those are the reasonable markets you can actually get into as an entrepreneur. So in a perfectly competitive market, you're a farmer. You're selling a product that has no uniqueness, that is identical to everyone else's product in the market. So think about it. If you're a corn farmer, you sell your corn at whatever the commodity price is. You have no influence of what the price is. Now, in a monopolistically competitive market, you are Nike, you are Adidas. You are selling a product that has been differentiated from all the others. It does the same thing as all the other shoes. Your shoe isn't special, but you need to market it as being special. So in a monopolistically competitive market, you are marketing your product as different. You are differentiating it. It is unique in some sense. And you can sell the product for whatever amount of money you want to sell. So in a lot of marketing classes, the first thing is, sell me this pen. And a lot of people struggle with selling a pen because there's 2 different ways you can sell a pen. In the monopolistically competitive market, you can sell the pen as, this is a unique pen, it has this extraordinary ability to do this, this, and that. But in a perfectly competitive market, you are saying that you need to write something and this is the pen you need to buy. Supply and demand. Let's say you're risk averse and you don't want to own the business yourself. You don't want to run it yourself. That sounds like a lot of work. It's difficult, and it is. So what can you do? You can invest in stocks. Now, when you invest in stocks, you are taking the profit while someone else runs and owns the business. And in stocks, you have what are called indexes. And indexes are industry conglomerations of businesses, of different industries that tell you how well the industries are doing. So the most common one we'll be talking about is the S&P 500. This S&P 500 has historically increased by 7% annually, according to Freed from the California CPA in 2023. Now, what does this mean? If you invest $1,000 into the S&P 500, which you can do, you'll get $70 in 1 year. But that doesn't sound like that much money. Well, this is where we talk about compound interest. And in compound interest, that the next year, the following year, you'll be getting 7% of $1,070. So over 20 years, with one investment, your initial investment will increase by 4 times. And in 40 years, your initial investment will increase by 16 times. And this is only on one investment, and you can continually put payments into your investment and you'll make substantially more money than that. So let's say you invested in stocks And now you want to diversify your investments, so you start investing in real estate. Now in real estate's expensive. Real estate is real expensive. The median price of a home right now is $350,000. You can't just fork it out your pocket. Most people don't have that much money. And so what do? You take out a loan. And there's two parts of a loan. The first part of the loan is called, well, the loan itself is called a mortgage. The first part of the loan is the down payment, and the second part of the loan is the interest rate. The down payment is typically 10 to 20% of the property value's cost. And so you do have to save that much money at least to even get the loan, to even get the mortgage. And then the interest rate is set by the federal government, and this determines how much interest you're paying on that loan, on that mortgage. So you can refinance your mortgage down the road and get a lower interest if the interest is currently high like it is now, because interest is positively correlated with inflation. Anyways, why should you buy a house? Why is home ownership, real estate, such a good investment? Well, real estate is such a good investment because you look at it like this. On one hand, you have renting a house. On the other hand, you have owning a house. So when you rent a house, the problem is, who are you paying? You're paying your landlord. All of that rent goes to the landlord. But when you own a house, when you get a mortgage, all of that rent, all of those bills goes to yourself. You are paying off your own loan. You are paying yourself. This is why real estate is such a good investment. Now, when should you buy a house? When should you not buy a house? Well, this is called the break-even point. The break-even point is when your investment becomes worth it. Now, according to Parker from the Wall Street Journal in 2022, the break-even point, depending upon your city and how the market is doing, is anywhere between 3 to 5 years. So if you're living in one spot for 3 to 5 years, you should probably look into getting a mortgage. Save up the down payment and get the mortgage. You can refinance later down the road if the interest rate is currently high. So in conclusion, we talked about the 3 best ways of building wealth. We talked about 1, entrepreneurship. 2, we talked about stocks. And 3, we talked about real estate or home ownership. With these strategies, you too can become rich and affluent, and you're prosperous. Thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, let me know.